Hey, welcome back to It's Called Soccer, where I discuss soccer from the perspective of an American sports fan. I'm your host, Michael. I want to give a special thanks to you, the person who clicked play on this episode. You are the reason why I make these, and I appreciate you. Portugal's round of 16 match was a historic one for CR7. It marked just the first time in his last 31 matches that he didn't start a major tournament for Portugal. And throughout his undeniably decorated and talented career, CR7 has scored 118 international goals and racked up an impressive 32 career trophies. So you would think that there was no way a team could win without his contribution. And they go on to spank Switzerland 6-1. A young 21-year-old named Gonzalo Ramos had the unenviable task of replacing CR7 in the lineup. What did he do? The man scores a hat trick. Portugal's manager, Fernando Santos, said that the team needed to ensure that the guys weren't getting carried away or having too much fun. Good luck with that. My man Rafa Leao hit the gritty in the World Cup. They were having a ball. He stated that that game was a decisive moment in both players' careers. And by both players, I mean Ramos and Ronaldo. So why was he even benched in the first place? Well, the previous game, he was subbed off against South Korea. And his reaction to being subbed off was caught by a hot mic and camera, and he was heard mumbling under his breath, I guess, that you're in such a rush to sub me off. And Santos made it perfectly clear that he wasn't going to tolerate that type of behavior from Ronaldo, a man who he has known since he was only 19 years old. And he offered no assurances that Ronaldo would even get a chance to start versus Switzerland. And what's crazy about this is a poll in the Portuguese newspaper said that 70% of the people that responded to the poll wanted him benched for the game. And that is nuts. The saying, it be your own people, rings true here for sure. But this guy physically pouted like a baby, lip out and all, when he came out during warm-ups. And unfortunately for him, this is not the first time we've noticed a level of decline in his play. Earlier this year, when we were watching Manchester United in the Europa League, I began to think to myself, like, why is this particular team even in the Europa League? But then again, what has this team even began to accomplish to make them be a Champions League team? Which Premier League team that's in the Champions League right now would you even swap Manchester United out for? Would it be Liverpool? Maybe with their current form, but I'd say no. Tottenham? No. Tottenham's better than Manchester United. Chelsea, they've struggled, but they are defending Champions League champs. Or no, they were the year before. So my apology. But I still think that Chelsea deserves to be there. And Manchester City, absolutely not. This Manchester United side, they really don't deserve to be in the Champions League based on what they've been able to get out of the talent in their roster. They've got talented guys, but they haven't been able to turn the corner with that. And that's why I don't think they belong in the Champions League with this roster. And that is simply a direct symptom of having a player with the gravity and the orbit of Cristiano Ronaldo. This man doesn't even help defensively. He doesn't press. He doesn't come back on defense to help. And we know that defense leads to offense. He is, quote, saving all of his energy for offense, unquote. And on offense, while he still is a top tier athlete, the game has caught up with him physically. Guys who grew up idolizing this dude now find themselves physically able to compete with him on a level that us, the viewer, have never ever seen before. And it's really easy to confuse what he was for what he is right now. It's extremely difficult to watch our favorite players age right in front of our eyes, especially when they still look amazing for their age. But you know what he has accomplished, and you know what he was capable of, but those days are gone. Right now, we don't know what he can accomplish, and we don't know what he is still capable of. That is the great unknown. So where does he go next? Only he knows the answer. A man like that has a bag. He does not need the cash in a way that we would think. I believe that man may straight up even be a billionaire. We have seen him linked with a club called Al Nassr from the Saudi League in a deal potentially worth $300 million. But he has not agreed to anything as of yet. I think right now he said he is focused on the World Cup. But he has also consistently stated that it is his number one desire to play European soccer at the highest level, and that means Champions League. And Al Nassr is not that. And unfortunately for him, there is no club who is currently playing Champions League ball that has even had preliminary talks with the man. And I know that for a fact, because if that were true, we would have heard about it, because his camp couldn't wait to leak it to drive up the price. Now, MLS is a place where I know he is going to be able to thrive. He is going to be able to sell tickets. He is going to be the man in the MLS. But no one in the MLS is going to be offered to be able to compete with a $300 million offer. And if all he cares about is his delusion of playing Champions League ball, well, then the MLS has absolutely no shot to sign him. But with the way that we see new franchise after new franchise popping up in the MLS, I do see a dark horse scenario where he gets a David Beckham-like deal, where he's offered an opportunity to maybe own a franchise after he's done playing. But then again, that's a pipe dream, and it's way down the line. It's easy for me to speculate when it's not my money. But I just think I'd love to see the man shine, but I think first he has got to humble himself and understand that what he was is not what he is right now. So I'm going to end things here, and I'd like to open it up for discussion. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to ask you to leave me a voicemail, and I will leave the link to drop me a voicemail in the show notes. Now, why would you want to leave me a voicemail? What's in it for you? Leaving a voicemail is your way of getting involved in the content that I produce here, and it will help me make a more entertaining show for you, the listener. So with that being said, I want to thank you for listening today, and I really, really hope you enjoyed the show. Please take care.